Investiture of the Gods, Chapter 34.
Huang, who used to be a marshal, a big deal, now kneeling before Han Rong, the commander at the military gate. And he's not even asking for himself.
No, it's all about the child, Hong Tianxian, his grandson.
And his argument is really quite clever. He doesn't deny the rebellion.
Doesn't try to excuse it.
No, he basically says, look, technically we messed up, but consider our history, 7 generations of loyal service. He's pleading for King Xiqi mercy given the circumstances.
And he hits Han Rong with that proverb. That's a powerful move.
It really is. Roughly, if you have power and don't use it for convenience or maybe compassion here.
It's like going into a treasure mountain and coming out empty-handed. Wow.
Yeah, he's saying you have the power of life and death right now, Han Rong. That's the real treasure. Don't waste it.
Use your power for good, essentially. Show some mercy.
He's trying to appeal to a higher sense of justice beyond just the emperor's latest command.
But Han Rong, he's not buying it.
Not at all. He represents the system, the rigid, unbending law of the Shang dynasty. His refusal is absolute.
Why so absolute, though? Is it just loyalty to King Zhu, who we know is problematic?
Well, he calls it Wanshu, his official duty. That's the official line. But reading between the lines, I think it's fear. Pure and simple.
Covering his own back.
Totally. He spells it out, really. If he lets the kid go, even the 7-year-old.
He could be seen as helping the rebels, colluding.
Exactly. And then, where's the law? He asks. Faji Hizai. For him, sticking to the letter of the law, no exceptions, is the only safe path.
So he won't risk it. He says the capital, Jiozh, is the place for judgment. Let them sort it out.
Yeah. Let the court decide. He wants that clear and unbiased verdict, king by Beijing Yufen, but really he wants it off his plate.
So the human system fails. Compassion is just shut down by bureaucracy and fear.
Completely. And Hong Gun, he's furious, but also resigned, it seems.
He's a former marshal being forced to beg like this, and it achieves nothing. The humiliation must be immense.
It is. So he just gives up pleading. He accepts the outcome, sees it as a trap he has to walk into.
Yeah. And then does something incredibly dramatic.
He basically says, fine, we submit. And he and his grandsons just voluntarily get into the prison carts, the Lingyu.
Wow. So they join Huang Feihu, who's already in there.
And Huang Feihu can only weep. He sees his father's warnings coming true, the cost of rebellion.
So the mortal judgment is passed. Guilty. Off to the capital for execution.
Han Rong feels he's done his job. He followed the rules, captured the enemies, upheld the law.
The source even says he celebrates, right? Wine and music. Le Zhu Shenghuang.
He does. Gathers up the Huang family's valuables, too. A little bit of looting on the side.
Nice guy.
He thinks it's over. He assigns the transport detail. 11 Huang family officials in total.
All locked up in those caged carts, the CM Jenny.
And General Yu Hua is put in charge of the escort. With 3,000 soldiers. Seems pretty secure.
Yeah, airtight. Yu Hua promises Han Rong he'll deliver them personally. No chance of escape.
The convoy sets off, 80 li down the road, towards Jipai Pass.
And you get this really sad image.
Oh, yeah. Huang Gun, inside the cart, sees his old military headquarters as they pass, and he just weeps, realizing he's now a convicted criminal.
And the ordinary people watching.
Yeah.
They're sighing, crying too. They know this family.
It's a grim picture. The human system grinding towards what seems like an inevitable tragic end.
But just as Han Rong was probably pouring himself another drink,
the scene shifts dramatically.
We're suddenly far away on Mount Qinyuan. Peace. Serenity.
With Tai Zenren, one of the great Taoist immortals, just meditating.
Now, immortals like him, they're supposed to be beyond all this, right? Detached, no more grief, anger, desire.
Exactly. Their hearts are supposedly like stone, but then something happens.
He feels something. The text calls it xue lai chao.
Literally heart blood stirring, like a sudden jolt, an intuition.
Even for an immortal who's forgotten passion.
Yeah, it's significant. It means the cosmic balance is off. Something is deeply wrong in the mortal world, and it's registered on a higher plane.
He does a quick calculation, figures it out instantly.
He realizes the Huang family is facing this unforeseen disaster, and it's unjust. They must be saved.
Because their fate is tied to something bigger. The human law is about to mess up the cosmic plan.
Precisely. So he needs someone to intervene fast.
Enter Nezha,
his most energetic disciple. The text says Nezha is Haodong.
Always eager for action. Loves a good mission.
Definitely. And Tai Zenren gives him a clear task. rescue the Huang family, get them past Xiqi Pass, come right back. Simple.
But there's more to it, the prophecy.
Ah, yes. The Zenren reveals why this is so important. He tells Nezha that he and Huang Feihu are destined to serve together. Jushi Yidan Sichen.
Officials in the same court, meaning the future Zhou dynasty.
Exactly. So Hanrong isn't just enforcing Shang law, he's accidentally trying to sabotage the ordained future. Destiny itself is at stake.
That explains the urgency. Nezha doesn't hang about.
Not for a second. Jumps on his windfire wheels, the Fangguo Shuangwen.
And the description of his speed is amazing.
Isn't it like the sound of wind across the world? While that poor convoy is just crawling along.
Nezha basically teleports.
Yeah.
Instantly reaches Twanyan Pass near where the convoy is.
It perfectly shows that difference, doesn't it? Mortal effort versus divine speed.
So Nezha gets there, lands on a ridge. He's ready. But he needs a plan.
Yeah, he can't just, appear out of nowhere and start blasting. That's not how it works. Even for Nezha, he needs a pretext.
An excuse to pick a fight with the convoy commander, Yuhua.
So he comes up with this brilliant, slightly absurd idea.
The roadblock.
Exactly. He waits by the main road and starts singing this very defiant song, almost comical, about how he doesn't fear heaven.
And how he wants a golden brick from Laozi himself.
It's pure provocation. Then he stands there, bold as brass on his wheels, and demands a road toll.
By money, he calls it.
And not just any toll. 10 golden bricks. It's ridiculous.
So General Yuhua rides up, sees this kid demanding gold bricks.
He must think it's a joke. He identifies himself. General Vanguard from Xiqi Pass laughs at Nezha's nerve.
And attacks. Charges him on his fire-eyed, gold-eyed beast, swinging a halberd.
The fight is on. But it's clear from the start who has the upper hand.
Nezha is described as the Lotus Incarnation, Lian Hua Huashen. That's key, isn't it?
Absolutely crucial. He's not made of flesh and blood. He's literally formed from sacred lotus flowers and roots.
Which means?
Mortal weapons, mortal magic, they don't really affect him in the same way. He fights with his fire-tipped spear, the Huixian Kang, using these incredible immortal martial arts. Yuhua is just outclassed.
So Yuhua realizes he can't win with normal fighting. He resorts to his secret weapon.
Iluhan Fan, the soul-slaying banner. Sounds terrifying.
It's supposed to be. It unleashes this dark energy that just drains your soul.
If you're mortal, that is.
Right. But Nezha
He sees this black energy coming at him, and he's just unimpressed.
doesn't even flinch
Nope. He just makes a gesture, catches the banner's energy like it's nothing.
and casually stuffs it into his leopard skin bag.
Can you imagine Yuhua's face? His ultimate weapon just got, pocketed. Nezha basically says, "Nice try. Got anything else?"
It's a total shutdown of mortal power.
And Nezha knows he needs to wrap this up quick. Before Yuhua tries something else or the other soldiers get organized, the prisoners are still vulnerable.
Time for the finisher.
Time for the golden brick, the Jin's Huan.
He parries Yuhua's spear with one hand.
And with the other, he throws the brick, shouting, "Hurry!"
And the description, 5-colored light filling the sky.
Beautiful, right? It slams Yuhua right on the helmet.
Ouch!
Yeah. Knocks him silly, he vomits blood, turns his beast around, and just flees, completely defeated.
But Nezha doesn't chase him.
No. That's interesting, isn't it? He could have finished him off.
But he sticks to the mission.
Exactly. His master, Tai Zenren, told him, rescue the family. That's the priority, not settling scores or personal glory.
So mission first. He lands right by the prison carts.
And uses the golden brick again, not as a weapon this time.
As a key.
Pretty much. Smashes open the locks on the cages, frees Huang Feihu and the other 10 generals.
They must have been stunned. Then incredibly grateful.
Absolutely. Huang Feihu bows low in thanks, but Nezha's like, we're not done yet.
He's not just cutting them loose in enemy territory.
No way. He tells them, hold on. First, we take Xiqi Pass, the next major military checkpoint.
Clear the way for them. Ensure they really get through safely.
Right. And the freed generals, they're armed with basically just daggers or short swords.
But they are furious. That phrase, "nuchong nudu," their anger is raging.
Their sorrow and fear have turned into pure rage. They're ready. They follow Nezha towards the pass, eager for payback.
Yeah, the commander at the pass, Hanrong, he thinks he's got them trapped. He sends out his general, Yuhua. But Yuhua comes back wounded, his neck injured, face pale. Basically, he's shaken up. He reports that not only was he defeated, but his own magic weapon, which was supposed to be really powerful, got intercepted.
Intercepted. By who? Not just another soldier, apparently.
No, exactly. He says it was intercepted by some kind of celestial child, not even a man. Hanrong must have been completely baffled. You expect maybe a bigger army or a siege, not divine intervention stopping your magic weapon. So who was this rescuer, this powerful figure sent to save the Huang family?
It's Nezha, probably one of the most famous figures from the story. He shows up riding as, wind and fire wheels, rescue the Huang family.
Okay, so this isn't just a military skirmish anymore.
Not at all. It immediately elevates the whole thing. It's cosmic now.
And Nezha makes that explicit, right, when he talks to Huang, the commander.
Oh, yeah. He doesn't just ask for safe passage. He basically delivers this declaration of fate. He says straight up, look, I'm here because the mandate of heaven has shifted. The Shang dynasty is over.
Wow. So he's linking his actions directly to the god's will.
Exactly. He says the Shang, or Chengtang, the founding dynasty's name, its time is done. And he points to the future. The Xiqi sage ruler has been born. He even calls the Huang family the future pillars of this new Zhou state.
That's fascinating. So the narrative isn't subtle here. It uses Nezha to give the Zhou cause immediate divine legitimacy.
Right. Resisting Nezha, trying to stop Huang Feihu at Xiqi Pass.
Yeah.
It's framed as resisting heaven itself. It's a really powerful narrative move.
But Huang, the commander, he doesn't just roll over, does he? He's a Shang loyalist.
No, he rejects it. He sees it as his duty to fight, fate or no fate, so he leads his remaining generals out.
And we get this description of fierce battle gongs, drums, banners.
Yeah.
Chaos.
Yeah, typical battle scene description. But Nezha, he's just operating on a different level. He has his fire-tipped spear taught at Jingguan Cave. It moves like a silver dragon, a flying rainbow. His skill is immense.
But it's the magic items that really seal the deal, isn't it? He uses them strategically.
Absolutely. It's not just about skill. It's about having the right tools, divinely provided tools. First, he targets Huang himself. He throws his gold brick, the Jinzuan, up in the air.
Right, and it hits Huang square on, smashing his breastplate. His Huxinjing forces him to just turn and run.
Exactly. Takes the commander right out of the fight. Then he deals with Yuhua, the general who returned wounded earlier. For him, Nezha uses the universe ring, the Kangkunquan. Hits his arm.
Ouch. The text says broken bones and sinews. Sounds devastating.
Oh, yeah. Makes him nearly fall off his mount. He retreats northeast, completely routed. It's quick, decisive, a demonstration of power.
So the defenders are scattered. The path is clear.
And Huang Feihu's loyalists, Huangming, Zuji, Longhuan, the others, they don't just pass through.
No, this is that strategic detail you mentioned. They actually go into Huang's residence and loot it.
Right. They load up carts with goods and supplies.
Which means they aren't arriving in Xiqi as penniless refugees. They come as an equipped provision force. Smart move.
Very smart. They gain resources for themselves and simultaneously weaken and humiliate the Shang forces left behind.
Okay, so Nezha escorts them out of immediate danger, basically to the edge of Xiqi territory, Jinji Ridge.
Yeah, tells them he'll see them again soon in Xiqi, then heads back to his master. Mission accomplished.
But the journey's not over for the Huang family, is it? The divine bodyguard is gone now.
No, now the hard part starts, in a way. The sheer logistics of it. You've got Huang Feihu, his father Huanggun, brothers, sons, plus this huge retinue.
Yeah, the numbers are significant. 3,000 troops, 1,000 retainers. That's what, 4,000 people?
Roughly, yeah. A small army plus nobles. And they're crossing mountains Shaoyang, Yanshan ridges like Taoguo Ridge, described as dangerous waters and rugged roads.
Must have been an incredibly difficult trek, especially after fleeing for their lives.
Absolutely. But then, as they get closer to the Zhou capital, Xiqi, the narrative shifts focus. The landscape changes.
Right. Feihu looks around, and compared to the decadence and fear in Chaj, She feels different. He sees beautiful mountains and rivers, notices the refined customs.
Yeah, observes things like people yielding the road to each other, general prosperity, a sense of security. It impresses him deeply.
He even calls it a Shunin Yao heaven. That's a huge statement, comparing it to the legendary sage kings of antiquity.
It's the perfect setup, isn't it? The text contrasts the tyranny they fled with the virtue they're approaching. It justifies his defection even before he explains himself.
So he reaches the outskirts and seeks out the prime minister, Jiangxia. Their meeting near the small golden bridge is important.
Very. And notice Feihu's language. He doesn't swagger in as a great general. He's incredibly humble. Calls himself a rebel subject, a bird out of the woods looking for a place to land.
He acknowledges his status as a defector, which seems important politically.
Yes. And then he gets to the core reason. Why did he, one of Shang's highest-ranking figures, abandon his post?
And it's not just general discontent, is it? He mentions the king's overall debauchery and favoring corrupt officials, sure.
But the real catalyst was intensely personal and just stomach-churningly brutal.
First, the plot by Daji, the king's consort, against his wife, which led to her death, falling from a tower during the New Year celebrations.
A terrible tragedy, but then it gets even worse.
Yeah. His sister, who was a consort in the West Talus, she confronts King Zhu about this injustice. On the star-picking tower, no less.
A brave act.
Incredibly brave. And King Zhu's reaction, it's pure tyranny. He flies into a rage, strips her of her palace clothes right there.
And throws her from the tower.
Throws her down. The text is chillingly specific. It says she was crushed to fine powder.
It's just horrific. And when Feihu lays this all out, the sheer barbarity, it reframes everything.
At least his justification, right? That was the famous line.
Yes. If the ruler is unjust, the subject seeks another kingdom. It turns his defection from, maybe seeming like self-preservation or revenge into a principled stand, a moral and political statement that extreme tyranny dissolves the bonds of loyalty.
That's really the philosophical bedrock of the whole Zhu justification for rebellion, isn't it? That the ruler has obligations too.
Precisely. And Jiang Ziya, the prime minister, he immediately gets the significance of this.
Oh, absolutely. He sees the strategic gold mine landing on his doorstep.
It's not just a top general defecting. It's proof positive that the Shang regime is rotting from within, destroying its own loyal servants. So he rushes to tell King Wu, urging him to welcome Feihu personally. He calls it a clear sign of Xiqi's rising fortunes.
And King Wu handles the reception perfectly. It's quite masterful politically.
Yeah, he doesn't treat Feihu like some desperate supplicant. He greets him warmly, calls him a gentleman of conscience, says his virtue is known everywhere. It's about respect and validation.
Treating him as an equal, a moral figure, not just a military asset.
Exactly. But then comes the real masterstroke, the strategic move concerning his title.
Ah, yes. Jiang Ziya confirms Feihu's old Shang rank, town-defending Wucheng King, Zhenguo Wucheng Wang.
And King Wu listens, nods, and then changes just one character in the title.
From Zhenguo, town-defending, to Kaiguo, founding. So now he's the founding Wucheng King of Zhu. Why is that one character so significant?
It's everything. Town defending implied upholding the existing Shang system, founding, while that makes him a foundational figure of the new Zhu dynasty.
Wow, okay. So it instantly integrates him at the highest level, not as someone tied to the past, but as a builder of the future.
Precisely. It's a brilliant way to legitimize both Feihu's presence and the Zhu dynasty itself. No longer a defector, now a founder.
And then the practicalities, the military force.
Right. Feihu confirms his whole entourage family, the 3,000 troops, the 1,000 retainers, are waiting just outside at Xiqi Mountain, all 4,000 of them.
And King Wu doesn't hesitate.
No. Orders them all brought into the capital immediately. And crucially, they all retain their previous official ranks within the Zhu structure.
So overnight, Xiqi gains not just a top general, but an entire experienced military division, complete with its command structure and retainers.
This is really the moment the conflict escalates, isn't it? If you look at the bigger picture.
Yeah.
This acceptance, this formal integration of Huang Feihu and his army, it moves things beyond internal Shang politics or family feuds. This basically signals the start of full-scale military confrontation between Shang and Zhu. It's war, now backed by divine approval and significant military might.
That strategic welcome really does seal the deal. It's not just one man changing allegiance. It's a dynasty gaining muscle and the moral high ground all at once.